Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Michael and today I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe on how to make a shrimp Alfredo. This comes together in under 30 minutes. You're not going to want to miss this one and it is really delicious. Stay with me and I'll show you how it's made. Let's get started making our shrimp Alfredo. This meal will come together in under 30 minutes. So we're going to start with the pasta because that's going to take the longest for that to prepare, and we want everything to come together at the end so that when the Alfredo sauce is done, we'll be able to add the pasta right into it. So we want the fettuccine Alfredo. We need 12 ounces of that for this dish. And it says, do I need to cook this between 12 and 13 minutes? So follow the instructions on your package for your pasta. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on and I'll be right back. Now that I've got my fettuccine on cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start on my shrimp and season that. So I have 1 pound of large shrimp that has been deveined and the shell and tail removed off of it. And I'm going to go ahead and season that with a little salt and pepper. And I'm going to give that a little mix through to make sure that everything gets evenly coated. All right, now that I've got that evenly coated, I'm going to set this aside and we'll get started on our other ingredients. I've got 1 clove of garlic that I'm going to finely mince. Now that I've got my garlic minced up, I'm going to go ahead and start with my onion. I've got 1 white onion here. I'm going to cut that in half and I'm going to finely chop that up. I have my onion cut up now and I did measure that and it came out to just a little over ½ a cup. So that is our finely chopped onion. And now I've got some Parmesan Reggiano that I'm going to grate up and I need 1/3 cup of that. All right, I've got my 1/3 cup of Parmesan grated up. And now we're going to take our shrimp and we're going to go to the stove and we're going to start preparing our dish. And we're going to saute the shrimp first. So I'll meet you at the stove and we'll show you how this works. Okay, I've added about 1 to 1½ tablespoons of neutral vegetable oil in the bottom of my cast iron enamel skillet. And I'm going to let that come up to temperature. And then I'm going to add my shrimp that, before I put the seasoning on it, I make sure that I patted it dry with a paper towel. Because you don't want to put the shrimp in the pan if there's any moisture or water on it because it'll splatter all over you. So make sure that the shrimp has been towel dried before you season it, paper towel dried before you season it. So now that I've got my shrimp in the skillet, I've turned my flame down on low. And I want to make sure that I get this a nice cook on each side, maybe 1 to 2 minutes on each side so that we can get it a nice pink color. Now we're going to turn our shrimp over on the other side. All right, now that I've got my shrimp cooked, I'm going to remove it from the pan and put it in a bowl. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to the pan that we just cooked the shrimp in. And we're going to let that melt. Now I'm going to take my onions and we're going to add those in and we're going to cook those for 3 to 5 minutes and just until they're translucent and soft. I've got my flame down on a medium low. All right, now that we've got our onions cooked, we're going to add our garlic. And we're just going to cook that for about a minute or until you start smelling it for the fragrance in the room. All right, now I've got 1/3 cup of white wine and we're going to add that to our garlic and our onions and we're going to cook that. And the alcohol will cook out of that, so you'll just be left with this wonderful taste that's left. So now that our wine is cooked off, I'm going to take 1 pint or 16 fluid ounces of cream and we're going to add that to our mixture. We want to bring this back up to a simmer, but we do not want it to come to a boil. My sauce has come back up to a simmer and we're going to let it now cook for 2 minutes. All right, our sauce has been cooking about 2 minutes on simmer and I've got the 1/3 cup of the grated Parmesan cheese and we're going to add that right into the sauce. And we'll give that a good mix through. And we're going to let this melt down and then our sauce will be ready and we'll add back the pasta and the shrimp. Now's the time you want to taste your sauce to see if you need to add any more salt or pepper. That is perfect. Now I just turned off the burner and I'm going to add my fettuccine to my Alfredo sauce. Now let's give that a good mix through. And now we're going to add back our shrimp. All right, give that a good mix through, and now we are ready to eat. All right, now that we have our shrimp Alfredo made, let's give this a taste, and I can't wait to try this. I'm gonna grab one of these big shrimp. That is delicious. You are not gonna wanna miss this recipe, so give this a try. Dinner under 30 minutes, you can't beat that when you're busy on those nights when you get off from work and trying to figure out what to do. Give this recipe a try. If you like this content, maybe you might want to try one of these other two over here. Find something you like. All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye now.